When the Army wants to cross a water obstacle, they need something quick and reliable, which is where specialized bridging equipment comes in. Designed to allow troops, vehicles, and even tanks to cross a wet gap in short order with minimal equipment, this gear is a vital part of U.S. Land Forces capability. At a recent trip to the Selfridge Air National Guard Base, we got a look at one of the key elements of the bridging equipment, the boats that steer the floating roadways into place. Have a look at how this custom piece of Army tech does its job.
My name is Maurice Payton. I'm the product support manager for PM Bridging, and today we're doing a demonstration on the bridge erection boat. This boat gives us the capability, in conjunction with the improved ribbon bridge, to close multiple gaps or do multiple rafting missions. And we have the ability to do it in conjunction with the IRB. So what essentially happens is the bridge erection boats are launched first, and then the units will individually launch the improved ribbon bridge modules. And then the construction team will link the modules together to build whatever size that they need to accommodate the existing gap. They can essentially close a gap, depending on the size of the gap, close the gap within less than an hour. And obviously, rafting speeds, we can raft up to a MLC of 140. That's equivalent to about 2 M1 tanks on a 7-bay raft. So the M30 bridge erection boat, we have a requirement to operate in shallow water. In order to do that, we have to perform with water jets. Instead of the normal prop, where a prop goes down into the water, this has an intake grill, and it sucks water up the intake grill and then out the outtake of the jet, which provides us the propulsion. We only need 4 feet of water to launch this boat, but we can operate in as little as 2 feet of water. So below you'll see the water jet housing for the Tractor Jet 381. This is where we get our propulsion. The outside, of course, you're only seeing the housing. Inside you'll have a stator and an impeller, and then actually your buckets, which all work in tandem together to give us propulsion to go either forward or astern. So each bridge erection boat has twin Cummins QSB 6.7 engines that are detuned to 245 horsepower. Actually, ease of maintainability, big difference from the legacy system. And then again, we have the ability, we have redundancies again. If this engine goes down, we can still get home and operate the propulsion from the other engine. When speaking of the redundancies, the main one that we focus on is our steering redundancies, steering and propulsion. So again, a redundancy, another way to get us home, basically a limp home mode. So in our steering situation, if we lose our steering, we have another way in our backup control panel to ensure that we can either complete the mission or get back to home station. So this is called a capstan. It's essentially a winch. And what we do is we tie up to the improved ribbon bridge with this. So essentially the line comes out and it goes out into a V and ties off to our ramp. Once it's tied off, we have a crank here. You crank this down and it puts tension on the line to button us up to the improved ribbon bridge. This water is not really choppy, but when we recover the boat on the legacy boat, it had a platform called the improved boat cradle, and they actually had to back into the cradle when the water is pushing them over to the side. With this boat's a little bit different. I know we're not doing a recovery today, but we just pull straight up to the boat. It's like you're pulling up to your trailer. The boat hooks up to this lifting eye on front and snatches us right out of the water. Right? So it makes it a lot easier for the younger soldiers that don't have a lot of boating experience. So FUE, first unit equipped for the bridge erection boat, was in 2018, April of 2018. We have a requirement to produce and field 491, and we've currently fielded 393. We have 4 remaining fieldings left, and then we'll be completely filled and we'll achieve full operational capability.